Hey guys, Ryu here, welcome back, and in this one we're going to be texturing this little bugger. So we're going to collapse this a little bit, so we're going to have a bit more space here for ourselves. Cool. Now usually what I'm texturing is I'm kind of creating a base material for everything, and then I'm sort of adding different colors of mats or different tones of mats, you know, to create a design, because it's important then that the texturing, the base color and the texturing of details goes along with the overall design, not against it. So it supports the design but doesn't fight against it, and that actually takes a bit of practice, you know, to get a hang of it. So I'm just gonna go to LookDev, and by default in LookDev you will be seeing this this HDRI. Now I don't like it because it's a bit reflective and there's some cast from the sun, etc. So it's not really a flat lighting, it's directional lighting. It's not really very good for texturing. So what you want to do is go here to this cogwheel. Now let me just remove that here and let's install it from scratch. So you can see that I'm going to go to my folder. You can get this from polyheaven.com. Mine is called Abandoned Slipway. I'm using it in a lot of renders. I love this kind of a lighting. It's great for portraits, great for everything. Install, and you can see that it's installed here. Save preferences and you're good to go. And when I click here, I can see that it's my custom HDRIs here. So I click on that and the lighting is much better. I'll show you why I like this lighting. I'm going to show you here. I'm going to turn off this transparent, go to render view and leave the orthographic. You can't see HDRI in orthographic view, so you have to go to perspective. See, that's called flat lighting, meaning there is no direction really. I mean, there is a direction from there because that's where the sun is setting, but you can see that, you know, the light more or less is flat. So there's no directional light, no harsh shadows, everything is flat. And this is really good for portraits, just a tip from a photographer, and also for texturing, because there is no bias to you know, colors, etc. Flat lighting is going to kind of envelop the whole model with equal quality of lighting. So it's going to be the same color, the same intensity all over. So it's really easy to texture, especially when you look at shadows and highlights, etc. Okay, so let me just make this transparent because I don't need that. Now it will look a bit different in LookDev than in you know, so in Eevee and Cycles, but I have the same HDRI set in Cycles. So if I go here and I'm going to expand this, so you can hover over here, you see that the cursor is changing. You can open a window and go to shader and go here to world, and you can see I got these nodes. If you don't see these nodes, it's very easy. You need to have node wrangler enabled, so it's an add-on, Blender add-on. With this add-on enabled, what you do is click this and Control T, and you're gonna get this node tree being added here. And all you do is click on this box here on this folder and you install your HDRI, and that's it. And by the way, you can actually once you collapse this and you have, you know, an empty Blender scene, you can save it as a startup file. So you can go here, defaults, save startup file, and every time you open your Blender, you're gonna have this loaded, so you don't have to load HDRI every time, you know, you have it, so you don't have to worry about it. So let's start texturing this. Okay, so first we're gonna do is we're going to create a new file. So let's go here and let's call it 51 textures, 51 coarse texturing, and let's run a power save. Okay, cool. So now firstly what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that one piece and I'm going to go here, new, and we're going to make it darker. And then we're going to Control I to invert selection, Shift select this one, and we're going to go here and copy matte to select it. This will apply the same matte to everything, okay, which is, you know, something I told you I'm going to do, right? So now we need to decide on the material. What I want to do is I want to change this to something darker, okay, something darker, right, first of all. Then we're gonna make this metallic. I want it to be metal, but I don't want it to be too reflective. So I'm going to, you know, maybe drop this roughness a little bit, maybe create kind of like a semi-matte sort of coating on top of it. And in addition to this, I'm going to go here to clear coat, and I'm going to ramp this up added a little bit of hard roughness to clear coat. So I'm going to create this kind of like an illusion of slight reflectivity. So it's kind of like a powder coated metal, effect. And now I'm going to be designing the rest of the elements. So the main color is going to be this dark. It's a combat drone, so it cannot be, yellow or something. It makes no sense. Unless you are, running a war in Legoland or something. But we're going to introduce some other colors to it. So now we need to think in terms of design and what would make a good color separation to it. Probably silver. So let's click on this part, and I want to maintain the same qualities of this material. So I want to copy that. So to copy that, all you need to do is click this to unlink the data, and it's going to create material 001. And we're going to make that silver. We're going to simply make this brighter. And also what I want to do, I want to turn that clear coat off. Okay, so I want to turn it off. This is going to be like pure machined aluminum. So a little bit less reflective on the surface, and I think it's going to be beautiful. Cool. So now we need to add it to different parts of the mesh. Okay, so let's select, for example, this one, and let's see how this is going to go. This goes pretty well. Then we're going to select the main shell here, and this. And boom, that's peachy. Then we need to select these probably, and maybe do that. I don't know yet. I have to check. Maybe not. Maybe let's leave them black for the time being. These eyelids here could be silver. Okay, that's gonna really make it stand out. This could be a little bit too bright, so we're gonna drop it down a bit. Make it a bit, darker. And this could be also another color here. Let's remove this material, create a new one. Let's create a non-metallic material, and we need to make it really specular and not very rough, and possibly rather dark, so it's going to be reflective. Okay, there you go, something like this. These eyelids could be a little bit too bright, but we'll see. And then let's move on. In fact, you know what, we're going to grab a clear coat here too. It's going to make it really reflective. So, and drop this roughness to 0. Boom, there you go. And then we're going to grab this gun and make it silver. So let's go here and copy. And then we could make this one silver, the rim. The middle bits could be silver as well. So copy. That's cool. Let me see. These two could be silver as well. So copy that. Again, the outer rim and these should be silver. So copy that. That's okay. The fins could be black, that's cool. These could be silver. I don't know if it's gonna be actually look good, but we can try. Might look good. A little bit stand out. These maybe could be black. It's okay. The front ones, I think they're cool in silver, although they're a little bit poking. I don't want them to be so prominent. So maybe you could make them glossy as well, like this. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. No, that's kind of cool. I like that. That's nice. Okay, let's see that. Now let's see here. These could be silver. So these two and this one. Sorry, this one, maybe. Let's see that. Boom. That's cool. And these could be on the back here. They could be silver too. It's a very small detail. The fins, probably I'm gonna leave them like that. This underbelly here could be different color, although it could also be dark. It probably should be darker, like really dark and reflective. So we could make this a little bit rougher, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe completely, glossy. It could be darker, just the very end of the tail with these canisters here, and this could be, brighter, which is kind of cool. All right. These buggers here should be silver as well. So change. And the ones on the top can be darker. That's cool. And I think that's that. This could be silver as well. It's a mount. These could be silver as well. The wings, yeah, that's much better. Especially when you render it like this, you see. It's like a landing insect god or something. Kind of cool. This one should be darker. This one is fine. So that looks good to me. I'm still not sold on this back being darker. I can't decide here, it's really difficult. Maybe make them all brighter and leave the last ring, you know, darker. Maybe do something like this, you see. So boom, right? Maybe that's kind of cool. I don't know. It's kind of corresponds with the front, because front is braced with dark material and so is the back, which I think kind of makes sense. These could be dark, silverish in my opinion, although maybe not. Maybe darker is fine. That's cool. All right. And I think, you know, we're good to go. So this will be very basic texturing, guys. I think this actually could be this glossy material too, you know. It's gonna make it stand out a little bit, but not too much, you see. It's not as pokey as silverish, but because it's more reflective, it's gonna kind of pull more attention. You know, these two could be this reflective matte as well, to be honest. Boom, see? It's kind of interesting. So they're gonna pull a bit of, you know, put a bit of attention. This one also could be silver, to be honest. Let's see that. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, and I think we're good. Okay, guys, well, that's it for the texturing. I think, you know, we're done here. We could, you know, create all kinds of different combinations here, but I'm just simply going for something very basic because it's easy to understand. And in terms of design, you know, usually what you want to go with is something that has a predominant color, like this black, and then you have elements that kind of correspond with this color in a different, you know, shading. And we could also maybe make these in the back the glossy color. I don't know, it's gonna be better. Maybe. It kind of does look better, you know. Let me see that. Yeah, it does look better. It just looks a little bit more, you know, I don't know, cool. Zoltan cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. Right, so now what we need to do is create some lights, because we will need that. So let's select that, go to edit mode, and what I need you to do is, let's go here and let's go to modifiers. Let's turn off the subdivision in edit mode so you can see. And you see that I've added a loop here. So simply edit a loop here. So if I remove that, just add a loop here like this. And add a loop here in the bottom as well. This could be a little bit higher. So somewhere here. And then select these 3 loops. Okay. All 3. In fact, this one could be slightly inset. So I for inset, and see that how this is gonna look. That's better. So all the time select these and these, and we're gonna crop that, and let me see, and we're going to add some light to it. So go to matte, go to Lugdaf, click on the plus, then new, and here, and change to emission, make it blue, and make it go nuts, and a sign, and Bob's your uncle. And these are gonna be our, you know, our crazy elements. No, this one is, oh, it's reflecting the light. It's pretty cool. And here the same thing, so grab that and go to edit mode, and let's grab this one here and just I to inset a little bit. Okay, and then select these. This one should be a little bit wider, GG. Make it a bit wider, and yeah, still a bit wider, GG. Just bit wider. Select this, shift select this, and shift select this, and then plus and material and assign. And boom, you're done. Cool, cool. And let's just save it. Awesome. Now last thing, we can add here some flash elements here on the ends of this. The easiest way to do that would be to you know, just simply insert these. Okay, you could insert them a little bit like that. So I to insert and just extrude them, and then Control B and bevel them like this, right? And then what you need to do, select these bits here on the top with Shift, and then let's add the material and add this one, assign, and we're going to click here to we're going to go to regular mode, and we're going to click that to duplicate this, and we're going to change the color over to something warm, you know, like orange or something. All right, so same here, and just assign, and here, and assign, and here, and add, and assign, and they're gonna be here on sides, and we're probably gonna have to mirror this. Well, mirror, we can't mirror because they're different, so let's select these. Let's go to edit mode and select these faces. Let's insert them a little bit and then extrude them, and a bit more, and then bevel them, and then select these, and plus, and assign, and plus, and assign, and plus, and assign. Cool. All right, that's good. These are gonna be warmer lights. Are gonna pull a lot of attention back to the ship. You could make them blue if you wanted to, or maybe less red, maybe kind of more on the yellowish side. So gonna be less, you know, alerting. But that's cool. And if you want, you can add more lights. You know, you could add some more lights on the gun or wherever you want. But I think we're gonna be doing this later with decals. So I want to show you a decal workflow. How would I detail this using decals, because a lot can be done using decals. So in the next video, I want to show you how would I actually add some decals to this model with decal machine. That's a bonus video, but I want to show you how powerful this workflow can be. And also we're going to be using trim sheets. Just a bonus video. You don't really need to do that. You can just have a, you know, fun watching it and learn something maybe useful. I just want to show you how powerful this workflow can be. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.